Hello and welcome. Right, I was doing some courses for Courseplay behind the scenes, and I thought I need this moving because it can't create an 80-meter course. And I thought, well, we've got to join these two fields together anyway, or we were choosing to do so. And I thought, yeah, but that tree's in the way. The other one perhaps is okay, maybe, but I'd even say that's not a problem. And I thought, well, we have got a large tractor. Why not drag this somewhere? But let's see. I know normally, it is horses. That's changed because you would not be able to do that. Now, the only thing is, it's where to drag it to. I'm sort of trying to simulate that I'm dragging it somewhere, but yeah, literally, I'm leaving it at the edge of the map, if I'm being honest. If I can get past anything, because these tree limbs are going to be a nightmare. Yeah, I was going to go up there, but that to me seems a bit bad, really. I've winched it, and it is pulling. That in FS19, no matter what you'd have used, the tree limbs drag in the ground and stop you. Whereas this is actually at least better than it used to be. But it's still, I really wish I'd have tree begoned it. If I'm honest, I wonder. Just had a thought. It might work. I was thinking of burying it in the water. I don't think that's a very good idea, really. No, I don't. Yeah. Right. I think we should just tree begun it. No, we need that on. I think we need to release the winch and... That's not supposed to winch it. It's supposed to release. So I've got a key conflict because B increases the player speed. It's the player speed mod. So I need to, yeah, you basically have to press it until it goes to its maximum, and then you can actually use it for the attachment, which is a bit annoying. I do think I'm right. Let's just do this. It is annoying. Let's just get it. In fact, should we tree devour it for a bit of? I've got nowhere to put it. We haven't got a 50-ton trailer, and also we've got nowhere to stick 50 tons. So I think we will actually. In fact, yeah. Let's just not drop it anywhere. Let's leave this at the shop because we're not using it very often. The shop don't mind you leaving things there a little bit, or do we? We could leave it on behind this tree and chain it to the tree, because it's the chance of us doing anything here are very, very slight. And we'll go and grab a tree begone. That way. Oh, good job, you can't damage crops. Apologies, that really was. It's difficult to see through the trees. I'm zoomed out a little bit too much, and it's, yeah. I still apologise. It's still my mistake. But yeah, I thought yesterday's was going to be the last one on here, but I have actually got a few episodes left of both Avon Valley and Before I Run Out. So I thought, I still don't feel terribly well, and this is small and I can manage it, whereas those feel a little daunting at present. So yes. Right then, what was I going to do? I have put myself off now. Right, I came up here for the tree begone, I believe is what I'm looking for. So forestry equipment. Yeah, I would use the tree devourer, but we haven't. It is true, it's going to cause more problems than it solves, and we're here to solve a problem. We will chop the other one though. I'm not going to waste a perfectly good tree, and I'm not worried about that now. I think that's not in the way, but tree begone and lease. Yes, it's a shame really, because it's costing us money to actually destroy something that would give us money, which is a bit of a shame really. But it's just, I'm worth more than the 10 grand I would get for the tree, because of the stress that it causes, because it doesn't work properly. It really doesn't. It's so awful. But yeah, I am. If, of course, this was earlier in the Let's Play, this would represent such... Yeah, but now we're beginning to earn a little bit of money from everything. I just want to get it. Yeah, we're gonna use this. Well, rather than drag the tree somewhere and leave it and we can see it, and you know, I mean, in real life you'd just pay a contractor, but in the game we can't really do that. Trees are one of those things that are just, they are what they are. There we go, and there we were done. Yeah, right. Now, of course, we could winch those two, and I'm not having that tree there is perfectly good. It is staying there. It is. It's literally is just the trees that we are struggling with. But yeah, on this there was a need to do it. I shall show you. In fact, yeah, the course will probably still be there if I jump into the tractor that's the 80 metre, and I shall show you exactly what the problem was, what caused me to out of the blue just come and do this, right, or the Massey, because I was going to use you, but it's a moot point now. We've done it. In fact, yeah, we're going to need to cut the grass now, aren't we, really? Because we're going to manually cut this grass, then we're going to, once we've cut all of the grass on this, I may as well cut this as well, because it's pointless not to. Right, so we need the Bura for the mowers, which will be where... I know I'm a little bit... we could actually... Shall we test that theory of mine? Because it is weird. Obviously, I'm sure that the farm will has the weight. Let's give it the weight and then try and put those two on and see if that's good enough. It was this, actually. Let me show you first before I take this down on the courseplay courses, because I thought, well, it's raining, so you may as well. Yeah, that on there, that's right. Now if I show you create job and I try to do 1415, which as you can see is the last space that I clicked, it does that okay. But then if I say one headland, could not generate course, the log may have more information. Well, it doesn't take a genius to work out that it's actually too thin. I mean, we've never done it, we've always done it manually. However, if we draw a custom field, if I get out of the tractor now, you have to do that for the draw custom field, and then we draw custom field, now then, let's do it to the road. Let's say that's when it starts to go down. It's a bit hard to do when there's a tractor on the edge of the field. Now then, yeah, this is where we have got to be careful. And go up there. We might need to do... Yeah, I think that's avoiding the thing at the bottom of the road. Then if we go straight to the top, and then yes, now if we jump back in, and I'm sure if we now create a job, it will have the ability to do a headland. Only that little hiccup is bad. That's still, no, it's not, because we've only just, yeah, it's not picking the right field. Open and generate. I was sweating for a minute inwardly then on, this might not work, and then you're going to look a right wally. It's true, actually. Right, we're going to call this CP2, I think it would call it. It's the logical thing that it does go up in there. So CP2 and save course. Activate 18 meters. Job is a good one. Right, fantastic. Now then, let's drop that for a minute. We're going to try and take these and see if I put the weight on, will that adjust this? Because we've got this working on every other Let's Play. I've never known this not to work. So the only thing I can think of is that I have forgotten to stick the weight on, and it is on every other Let's Play on. So let's try this, see if this theory is correct. Ooh. A little messy, but then it was not playing ball nicely, so I didn't really have much of a choice. Right, so then we are going to customise you. You're on your 80 front weights. I think that's the biggest it is, isn't it? So we're going to do that. Not that that matters. Indeed we will. Now then, let's see. If I do the weight, does that stick it in a different place? Is that the secret that I was missing yesterday? Has it got no bearing on the matter at all? To me, it looks exactly the same as it did before. And I would imagine the weight's not going to matter much if it's a different size weight, but yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if I would go for the max size. Well, I would have thought so. I would never give it any thoughts. That's really it. Really is a matter of we've just put a weight on and we're attached to the weight, because I know that Pepe is supposed to work like that. It's supposed to have an attacher to an attachment, and it's not the only thing that it's. Yeah, now that to me still looks too low. Now this is a test. I wouldn't cut in the rain properly, but I just want to see if this is going to cut. It may be lower naturally. That looks actually low enough to cut. But it doesn't. No, we've never had that problem before. Wow, I've never seen this before. Right, let's try an adjustment. See if we can sneak over the top of it, being as it's being awkward. But it's a process of elimination. I can't think that the Farm Wars had another update, because I ran these on silver and just literally a matter of weeks ago. And where else have I used the 7 meters? Customize. You see, to me, that's not going to make a slightest bit of difference. It's still the same mass. So it appears to me that we've wasted £2.5 grand on that thing, and it ain't going to work. We need to zip past this. It's going to yield to rain in the not too distant future. So it is. There you have it. It really is a shame. It won't play ball anymore. That really is a bit of a shock. So I really have wasted that for that implement anyway. Obviously, yeah. We will grab the Bureau and let it be the mower. It's such a shame that the Farm Wars have this change. Now we need the Massey, because that's been awkward. Good job it is not far away. We have a job that's right up your alley. MF711. Right, let's get this sorted. Put that back on for in case we need to ever stick a weight on or that type of thing, because it would make a decent fertilizer machine if we stick the weight on. No. Oh, yeah, you're in the right place. Just think if we pull backwards, should do that. I do love it when the smallest little jobs turn against you. And this is why I'm steering clear of the big Let's Plays. This I can battle on with a little bit, because you get these days when you're just shattered, and yeah, even Farm Simulator literally doesn't play ball, and that's what I've got at the minute. Last couple of sessions have been like that, but you just battle through it. Something like Avon Valley can cause your stress to be so terrible. Why are you not? Crap. I was going to say, why are you not popping now? Right, okay, well, we've got a front hitch, even if it doesn't look like we have. And we also have a weight too, or we've got another we've got another front hitch for something else as well. So right, let's get on with this. Let's move everything out of the road, get these hooked on. Also, we need to grab the baler and shift it out road. It does make more sense, so that I am right about using the going loose, being as we're doing grass on the so we really do need to shift the baler out of the way. I don't think you can put that on and the baler. I think it does weird things, even though the hitch is... No, actually the hitch... No, it would be. No, it's you'd be using the bottom hitch. Different place. But there would be a bit of crossover, so it is going to chatter. And to me, it seems more sensible to use the baler to finish the bale off, and then to use to go loose. Right, let's stick that there for now, so we can at least mow. But yeah, when I've sped through the... I'm not suggesting we cut in the rain. Yeah, I can see where it's doing actually. We do need to chop that other tree while it's raining. Let's do this top one, because this is going to get in the way of that new course. Wasn't sure I'd not chopped high enough, but this, I'm sure we can actually do this the proper way. Now that I have persevered in learning how to do this, finally, it's yeah, I keep talking about matters of faith, and this is one of those things where doubt, where you think it's not working, I can't see the limbs moving. I mean, I can this time, but a lot of the time you can't. But actually, it really does work. It's just a matter of believing that it will, because it does, and then looking back and thinking, it did work. Yeah, like a lot of skills, that doubt element can really get in the way. Now that I think soon it does that, or it tries to bite the... Now this is, I think this is the lumberjack mod. Because I'm sure on the base game it would have moaned at me now that I'm on someone else's land. I think I have. I've missed that last little bit. It's not wanting to appear. Oh no, it is. Brilliant, that'll do me. Now then, now we could Tajfin this off. And we're not going to devour that one, we're going to send that back. I'm going to give the shop a shout. Now I do realise that, yeah, I was thinking about this yesterday in editing. I was thinking, you really have got to be a bit more And at least if you're going to send things back to the shop, do it off camera. I just stop sometimes in front of it and like return it, and you can actually see it disappear. And I thought, well, you said you're aiming for realism, but at least do it away from where the thing is, so it looks a little bit, or doesn't look like you. Yeah, Mr. CLP does it very well. He'll do it later in the session, but I'm a terror for forgetting things. I don't trust myself on that one to actually do that. Right, let's grab this out of the way for now. We will, yeah, we will sort this out later. Well, we could be clever, because I'm sure they said that you can now. No, we don't want to lower it. I'm sure they said that now you can. I'm going to have to press Z lots of times. That's B actually. Oh, do we need the winch on? Oh, you're running at 20 times speed. Right, standard speed. Whoa, we covered some. We're going to have to sort this key binding out. Really am. Right, now let's try that again. I thought it was Z. No, it's B. Yeah, that's it. And then you just go V back to normal. It's a bit faffy, but yeah, I suppose. And it's winched already, so now we just drag that. I think we're going to take it straight to the thing and just sell it. And this is not yeah, just to get shut. Really. Be careful you don't drag it into another tree, though. That I am going to say. And be careful we don't ram anybody. In fact, let's sneak through this copse to avoid those people on there. Looking like a lover's walk, but it isn't. There aren't really couples on this game, so I'm not going to say that. It looks like that they're walking together. They may be. You don't have to. Yeah. Oh, artistic license is allowed. It would be a natural thing for why a man and a woman were working together, but of course, I mean, they could be total strangers, and yeah, they could really as well. It's true. I am not going to battle going through there, though. We're going to use ours, because most of the time this so far seems to be doing far more than... right, so then, will it detect that like that? Is all I'm going to say. I think that is right in the way of where I need to be. Fantastic. Oh, is that all? That's got to be wrong. Right, okay, well that was totally wrong then. I was totally misinformed. They said that you could do it however long you like now, and that proves that really, I'm quite sure that we would have got far more than that. It must be classing that as a single 7 metre, and it can't read past that, so right, never again. At least, I mean, we got more than if we'd have, but yeah, that is a little bit annoying, because that was an asset. But hey ho, at least we've shifted it out. Ooh. This has got collisions, because we are nowhere near that. It's got collisions. Well, and it is the tractor. At least we know that now, it's the tractor. Yeah, a few times I've bashed into things with this. It's got like hidden collisions, which is rather unfortunate. Am I gonna... no, I'll put up with it. It's too good. It is a fantastic thing, really, even though that is a pain. Right, let's drop this. We're going to tie it to a tree over here, I think, because we don't use it very often, and I don't foresee that I'm going to use it too much. But yeah, we're going to chain it to a tree, and it has got a chain on it. I just need the padlock. Right, let's speed through this rain, that's all I'm going to say. And we'll give it half an hour after it's gone as well for realism. In fact, yeah, as I've said, this long grass will take hours. Long grass is terrible for drying. Right. That'll do me nicely. Right, let's get this grass cut. Yeah, we're doing it manually, so this time we're just going to cut this field. But yeah, we'll start to do courses on the bigger one for this. But we do need to start to be buying. Oh, yeah, I do need to unfold it. No, my bad. Yeah, I do need to start to do right. Anyway, we're gonna. No, I'm not. Oh yeah, we're gonna chat. I'm not. I seem to be doing time lapses nearly every session on here because, well, no, there's a lot of work to do always. Sometimes it's just, yeah, the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, I think we're still going to need that one. No, I think we can really afford to avoid it. It's a shame though, because if you look at how much grass there is, I'm sure it would. Well, let's test this theory. Let's see. Will it let you cut the grass here? Yeah, I think I'm actually right. I think we should literally rip this and extend the field somewhat and make this into yeah, if it lets us, being as we bought the entire field, I think we ought to cut the headland. No, only that's going to be in the way. I think we ought to cultivate the headland and join it properly. Oh, I don't think that's a bad idea either, actually. To get the most out of the field, being as they're small fields anyway, why would you not? You would, wouldn't you? You'd do your best. I'm avoiding that though. Yeah, I should have used the tree bug that I've now sent back a few seconds ago. That's typical. I should have done as well. Ah well, it's had a reprieve. It's grown for many years. I don't like chopping trees anyway. Yeah, it's a... No, that's going to snag on that. No, it's not. You avoided it. Fantastic. Yeah, but I do think we're losing way too much down there. We could actually just... I do like this straw custom field. I'm going to be using it a lot more now that I understand how to actually use it. I say I've seen it and then it disappears. That's because it's because you're not in a vehicle when it's there. And I didn't cotton on it because it has been there a while. I did it a long while back, but again, it's one of them things I didn't do enough where you actually know how to do something. I always find most skills you've got that you'll use something sometimes a couple of times and it won't really gel. The custom field, I did it a long time ago. Did a couple of custom fields with the draw method, and then I think they changed it, and I didn't realise what they'd done with it. Whereas now I do know exactly, yeah, exactly where to find it. It finally gelled, and it is actually a very, very big asset. It saves you doing the old manual running a course job, which is, yeah, it's not the end of the world, but it's far more convenient. You've got to remember though, you've got to zoom in to get it accurate. I'm not sure I'm sure I've done it the other way, and it's not as good. I think. Don't quote me on this though. I might be misinforming you. Yeah, so we will cultivate that up at some point and quickly get this. Yeah, and then we'll do the other one, so we may as well actually be thorough and go and cut that field over there. Yeah, smash it. Let's fold you away for a minute as we go over there. Then we'll come and we'll windrow. We could windrow with a worker. We could use the farm all. Oh, I did stop it. I think we will. I am right. I am speaking some certain elements of truth. Do we literally do that? No, we'll leave that as headland as it should be. We're not going to be... Now then, are we going to hit anything not if we start from where that tree is. But is it... Oh. Yeah, the one thing that does worry me is the water at the bottom. These workers are terrors for unfold. No, actually, because no, you've still got to lower it. you can safely... Well, I suppose what we could do is, if I'm worried about that, we could just run the headland. We'll just run one single headland all the way around, and then we'll let loose the worker when we get back up here. There's too many trees. Right. There's hardly going to be... Well, I know it's a thin field, I know. Well, it isn't a thin field if we've added that other one to it. It will actually be a quite decent field. It is true, we do need to get some ordinary farming now that we've done this back in work. It is true. Right, let's go back to the top, and we shall send that down the field. At least we've done our best. If this drops it in the drink now, then it's one of those things. We did our absolute utmost. Right, let's do this join properly, and let's send you parallel to the first. Why are you struggling with that? No, it's a funny tractor. It has like a pull-off period where it's just getting... Right, let's get this ready. Ooh, well, this is a weird one, isn't it? I don't know how the worker's going to handle that. We're not going to ask though. We're scooting off, and we're going to do this in the hope that that worker knows what he's doing. That's the hope anyway. Fantastic. Now then. Yeah, and the same on this one really. I think we'll take that headland out and make this into a triple field. Well, I've already done it, and you may have noticed the course, but yeah. Let's get this one cut, and next time. I knew you knew. I should have called in to question your skill level. Please don't tell me you're still charging me. You've at least done the decent thing and done a runner, is what I'm hoping you've done. Yes, you have. Do you know, seriously, I knew it was a mistake. That's why I stuck to doing this all myself, because you can rely on yourself. These workers, not so much. No, they're a pain. Oh, no, actually, it's the back one I wanted to lift, but it doesn't really hurt. It really does not hurt to do this. It's not going to do any damage. It is hovering above the ground, yeah, so... Yeah. Let's clean up what we missed. I do love these modes. I love the fact that they split if they hit something. I think that's just such a fantastic feature of them. Now then, oh yeah, you put in that field as well. Right, yeah, I should have just cut the other one anyway, just done it all as one. It's going to cause issues, isn't it? Because that's on stage 1, and this is on now. This will be on stage 0. Right. Now then, that is the point. I think I've got the bunker silo tools on. There's that new mod, the bunker silo utilities, which I have got loaded, which I believe you can reopen your silo. It makes more sense in some ways. Fantastic. Let's get the back one, fold it. Oh, my bad, I didn't mean to even do that. Right, let's go grab the farmer, who has indeed went the wrong way, of course. I did a headland. That should have told you something, Wally. Gordon Bennett. Oh, you've dragged everything around as well. Not only have you caused mayhem and gone the wrong way when I did a headland, you've dragged equipment around as well. Do you know? Seriously. Never trust a worker. Courseplay, yes. But workers, it is true. It is why I really so very rarely use a worker, because they're just such a force for evil. They truly are. They literally cause mayhem and drag equipment around and drop your tractors in the water and generally get your blood pressure up to boiling point. So they're just, yeah. I should take my own advice and just not. They do have moments. They do. Yeah, I can't totally call them. They are pretty useless, but yeah, they do sometimes do an okay job, and other times they are useless. I'm not going to totally change on that. Why do you think I at first? I mean, I had my moments where Frithgar hates courseplay. I think he must have tried and it's just not his cup of tea, but there is a learning curve on it to do it properly. But right, done. Let's fold you away. But once you've learned that, it is so easy to knock a course up really on Mac or PC that it's really is a fantastic mod. Just well worth having a go at. You've seen the way that I knock courses up, even courses for just doing a fertilising contract. I mean, yeah, I might not save those courses, but they're just so easy, just a couple of clicks and it's done. And yeah, I mean, there's a little tiny bit of knowledge, but really the standard settings, you can choose rounded corners, squared corners. The only reason I choose rounded corners is because I always say this about efficiency. Rounded corners are sort of efficient, but then sort of inefficient. It's a choice. I prefer the fact that my workers whiz around the corner nicely and quick, which then means that they don't, they miss bits. And I understand that, but then they don't faff around, because they faff around even with rounded, with the rounded corners enough. But if they do the normal where you tell them to not do rounded corners, they faff around, turning around, backing up, and all this, and it would make your field probably take twice as long, as much as that. It's not just a little tiny bit; it's a lot. So that is why I do smooth corners, because it's very efficient, as efficient as though even courseplay faffs around. I mean, if I've proved this time and time again, I'll do a field and not faff around, and you not only do it more efficiently. I mean, they're better at lines than I am. I would always have said that. The courseplay is like a dream machine where lines are. Right. Now then, where are we going to stick this? Because we're going to need this soon on this field. I think we're going to amalgamate them going forwards now. I think it's time. Right, so we're going to need to go loose, and the bureau will do nicely. Let's go grab the sip, which is over there. Get this done. I still think I'm probably better to time-lapse this. I probably am, really, it's true. Time lapses do have their moments, and I also have got to start to use my sheds. That is one of my priorities. I think it's because I've only got the one. It is true. I am going to do that at some point soon. Stick that there, because it's only because you've just not got enough sheds, and you haven't. So I would like to use sheds and get into good habits. Now then, this is where we're going to see about the bunker utilities. Anyway, yes, I'm going to say my words. We are going to get this grass up and stick it in there and see about... In fact, let's do that now, that side, whilst I'm chatting. think we're going to need the help menu. Okay. Can't reclose the silo, or well, I think you probably have to add. We shall see. Yes, we shall. We'll reconvene when we've done the grass. But for now, I am going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, there we were done. Yeah, that turned out to be much monstrous than because it's weird. I don't know whether you need to have certain bunker style. I'm gonna have to look into that mod a little bit more to see what you do to reopen, and also whether it's only certain bunker silos are supported, or there's a lot more questions than there are answers now. Then am I going to be able to get over this? That big tractor is absolutely fantastic. For it literally rips over this, and I mean, it is a heavy tractor, but nevertheless it's fantastic, really amazing. So you just literally, I mean, I know we're not sticking a lot in as well, that it does help, it really does help an awful lot. But yeah, I'm going to end this here. There's more to do, but there always is. Yeah, I'd like to cultivate the strips and join the fields properly, both of them. I'm going to wait a little tiny bit of grass in places, but that's not an awful lot because we've cut the actual strips. So well, I don't think I did it on the other one. We shall see. Yeah, there's always a loss and gain, and sometimes it's slightly better to do it another way, but we shall see what we see. Right, let's see how much there is. So I'm going to do this next session. 46 tons, so not bad at all. And obviously that was not all of the fields, that was, yeah, only the I think that was the original. So 46 tons we've got fully fertilised. Right, so then all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.